Today's Cove Road, originally the Hollidays Cove Turnpike, is much the same path as it always has been, except now it is paved and free of mud. The railroad crossing was there since 1887, and we accept the fact that the train still has the right-of-way.
And one of the problems we had is Cove Road was a mess. I was unique in being the mayor because the Cove Road crossing was always stopped by traffic of raw materials, which I was buying, and I was hounding people to get into the mill to keep the mill running, and I'm sitting in traffic taking a call by a guy that says, "What are you going to do about that crossing at Cove Road?" So I was in a catch-22 situation.
The train traffic to and from the mill was tremendous. In 1927, Lee Avenue was extended with a bridge over the railroad tracks, creating a bypass around the Cove Road Railroad Crossing. This provided an alternate route and eased traffic on Cove Road.
Sometimes I hallucinate when I'm driving down Cove Road thinking of a nice little rise in the road going over those railroad tracks, because now we have the Lee Avenue Bridge down, and there's a battle between who owns it, Weirton still or the city, and it's a big chunk of money because of the support system, and I don't know if they'll ever get that thing open again.
In 1975, the present-day Weirton City Building was built along Cove Road across the street from Cove School. One of the oldest surviving artifacts from the town of Weirton was rescued and now preserved there as a symbol for all to see.
Sam Quina, who lived on Weir Avenue, he was on the school board, he called me and said that they had found the old bell that was up, that used to ring for the kids at the Weirton Elementary School in the north end. He also said it rang for the steelworkers going to work. But the bell was behind the football stadium, dumped over a hill, and they recovered it. And he says, "Is there anything we can do?" And I says, "Well, let's think about it, and we'll get together." And we had a couple of meetings, and here we felt that the bell was old enough, it meant a lot to a lot of the school kids, it meant a lot to North Weirton people. And why don't we use it more or less as a celebration token and put it right in front of the city building? And we had a little ceremony, and I remember Bob Miltenberger was VP of Quality Control. He told about how difficult to make a bell so the tone is right. And I was disappointed because they don't use it as much as they should. I thought we'd use it. Weir High wins a football championship, Madonna ring the bell. Somebody get down there and ring that bell and let everybody know what's going on.
Sitting above the city building was Cove School, perhaps one of the last remaining historic buildings of Hollidays Cove. Its doors were closed forever on June the 7th, 1991. In November of 2008, after sitting vacant for many years, the Cove School building suffered the same fate as many other historic buildings in Weirton. We do not know what became of the Cove School Bell, which was first rung across the Cove Valley 100 years ago by Principal Charles Campbell. On August 10th, 2013, hundreds of people came to rediscover Hollidays Cove at the Weirton Event Center, which was established on the site of the former Cove School. Citizens applauded the unveiling of the commemorative marker, which honors Cove School, Hollidays Cove Academy, and all those who were part of the history here. There are other places to rediscover throughout Hollidays Cove, and with the help of concerned individuals and sponsors, these locations will be recognized and honored for future generations to appreciate. Join us in our efforts to preserve our history and culture for future generations.